there is only one possible problem. My people are destroyed for a lack of what? Knowledge. Finish. Not because of the devil, not because things are tough, not because of the government or the economy. It's principally a lack of knowledge. Knowledge of what? Knowledge of what? We'll get there. He said, my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. He said, because you have rejected knowledge, he said, I will also reject you. So second thing to note, first thing to note is that every problem is a knowledge problem. Every problem is first of all a knowledge problem. Even if you think the devil is the cause of the problem, the reason why the devil is the cause of the problem is because you lack knowledge of your authority over the devil. I get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's still a knowledge problem. Every problem is a knowledge problem. They said there's no mountain anywhere. Every man's mountain is his ignorance. It's principally a knowledge problem. Second thing to note is that every knowledge problem is your fault. Because when people say, I don't know, they're blaming somebody. Whenever people say, I don't know, they are trying to say it's not my fault. Because any small things, hey, why? Have you driven one way before and last mark caught you? You are in Ikeja everywhere now, one way. And now there be last mark headquarters, they live there. So they are just, in fact, you can come out of your house and you are driving one way. This gate, you come out of your own gate, now one way you drive. So you drive one way, last mark catch you, and you say the famous words. I don't know. Have you ever said that and they say, I'll be going? They'll say, let me show you what we do to people that don't know. To the station. I get what I'm saying, sir? Whenever people say, I don't know, what they're trying to say is that it's not my fault. Can we go home? No! Whether you know, whether you don't know, ignorance has its own punishment. And it can be postponed, it can be delegated, it can be pushed to another person. So ignorance is your fault. That's why I cannot over-pity anybody. Say you don't know. Whose responsibility is it to know? It's not my job to know for you. He said, because you have rejected knowledge. You see how God sees it? Every ignorance, God sees it like you rejecting knowledge. And that's what the English word ignorance means. Ignorance is from the word ignore. So ignorance is not a state, it's an act. It's not a state you are in, it's an action. Every time you lack knowledge, you consciously or unconsciously rejected knowledge. Praise God.